Five, the show where you learn 5 things in 5 minutes or less that you didn't know and you probably need to. I'm your host, Robert Cochran, and I'm joined today by a good friend of mine, Alex Caggiatani. How you doing?
Great, thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure. Alex is here today with Chicken Soup for the Soul Hallway Heroes. Before we get into that, let's get your credentials, though. Why are you the host of this Hallway Hero program?
Absolutely. Here I am, actually the 2009 California Teacher of the Year, and was a top 4 finalist for National Teacher of the Year. And I'm actually widely known to the public as the Rappin' Mathematician. So I was honored to be selected by Chicken Soup for the Soul to help roll out this program.
Wonderful. So let's get into it. Talk to me about what is Hallway Heroes and why do we need it?
Yeah, Hallway Heroes is a program created by Chicken Soup for the Soul, the extremely popular book series. It's a literacy-based, proactive anti-bullying program, which is really aimed at stopping bullying behaviors before they start, as opposed to just reacting to them after they've already occurred.
Okay, so we've had other policies in place before. Zero tolerance is one that comes to mind. Why doesn't that work?
All those programs have really done, as we've seen over time, is they've just kind of exported the problem. You know, you send the kids out of class or you send the kids home for a little while, and it never really addresses the actual problem as it's happening or before it's happening. And so what Chicken Soup for the Soul Hallway Heroes is really looking to do is a program that really addresses social and emotional learning in order to address problems before they happen, and in order to really create a culture of compassion so that kids are coming to school every day feeling safe, feeling cared for, and have the actual abilities and skills in order to address problems proactively as well as reactively.
Okay, and what is social and emotional learning?
Essentially, social and emotional learning is really teaching kids to teaching people to understand what is happening within themselves in order to identify why they're feeling, how they're feeling, and the options that they have for reacting.
Okay.
And you know, it's important to also know that social and emotional learning is something that needs to be exercised and addressed and specifically developed as well in order to create confident kids who are in touch with their emotions and react accordingly.
So is this program mostly for then students who are having difficulties with a counselor? You get the child who's having a singular problem and isolate them? Is that how this works?
This program, Chicken Soup for the Soul Hallway Heroes, actually looks to blow the door on that completely. What we've essentially created is a school-wide program that can be implemented on many different levels, not just in the classroom or in a single classroom, not just in the counselor's office for, you know, the bad kids kind of thing. But what we're really looking to do is create a school-wide culture and something that is addressed on many, many levels to truly create an entire culture of compassion, a culture where bullying behaviors don't happen, not just something where, you know, a few kids get sent to it when they've exhibited those behaviors.
That sounds like an important point. I've heard you touch on this before. Expand on that a little for me. The difference between changing the label or what a label is and then changing the behavior.
Yeah, that's a great point. You know, it's really important to distinguish bullying from bullying behaviors. And so one of the things that Hallway Heroes really focuses on is really paying attention to and being intentional about the labels that we're using. Calling somebody a bully places a label on them that can affect them in very negative ways. Calling something bullying behavior really shows that, you know, it's not set in stone, it can be changed, and it also is something that is a decision, and good decisions can always be made. Bullying behaviors affect not only the person who is doing the behavior, but also the person who is being affected by the behavior. When we look at things from an entire school culture or community culture point of view and address it on that level, what we're seeing is really a much more profound impact in a positive way.
Outstanding. Well, great work. Thanks for joining us, Alex.
Excellent, thank you.
Wonderful to have you here. Again, Alex Caggiatani with Chicken Soup for the Soul Hallway Heroes joining us in the Lightspeed VT studios. We'll be back again. Thanks for joining us today on Take 5.